wakati wa kujitayarisha kutoka mwendo wa kinyonda hadi mwendo wa kasi. Maridadi kabisa, gwaride limebadilika katika mwendo wa kasi. Basi wakiwa katika mwendo wa kasi, Mheshimiwa Rais katikati mwa uwanja, pita vikundi 7 vitakavyopita mbele yako Mheshimiwa Rais vitakuwa vikundi 12. Kuna vikundi 5. Pia naomba tutulize tuone hizo vikundi 5 zitatokea sehemu ipi ya uwanja. Mbele yako Mheshimiwa Rais ni kikundi cha 4. Wanaokuja ni kikundi cha 5. Maridadi kabisa wakiwapisha kikundi cha 6. Kikundi cha 6 kimeongoa nanga. Kinachokuja sasa ni kikundi cha 7. Vile niliwajuza hapo awali ya kwamba vikundi vitapita mbele ya Mheshimiwa Rais ni vikundi 12. Katikati mwa uwanja vimepatikana vikundi 7. So tuangalie kabisa vikundi 5 vitatokea upande gani mwa uwanja kuungana na wenzao. Maridadi kabisa, kikundi cha kwanza kikipita mbele ya Mheshimiwa Rais, kiongozwa naye si mwingine bali Senior Superintendent James Mulwa, naibu wake Superintendent Hezbon Kuria, Platoon Commander Inspector Makochola. Kikundi cha pili maridadi kabisa, kikundi cha 3 Kikundi cha 4 kikundi cha 5 maridadi kabisa, kikundi cha 6 nafuatwa na kikundi cha 7 ambacho kilifunga kikitoka pale katikati. Kikundi cha 8 kikiwa kimeungana na vile vikundi 7 maridadi kabisa. Kikundi cha 9 kikundi cha 10 kikundi cha 11 maridadi kabisa, tukifungiwa na kikundi cha 12. Ni wakati wa kiapo cha utii ambako tutaongozwa nao wakuu wa madhehebu yetu. Karibuni.
Oath of office.
I
do hereby swear by Almighty God that I will faithfully bear true allegiance to the President as the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces and to the Republic of Kenya, that I will faithfully serve the President and the Republic as an officer of the National Youth Service, that I will obey all laws and lawful orders, regulations, directions and instructions concerning the National Youth Service, and I will discharge all the duties of an officer of the National Youth Service according to the law, without fear, favor, affection or ill will. So help me God.
Basi gwaride likiwa limetulia, Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Ruto, Amiri Jeshi Mkuu wa majeshi yetu ya ulinzi, nafasi hii naichukua kumkaribisha mkuu wa chuo hiki, Senior Deputy Director Bwana Nicholas Makoha, HSC, apate ufungua kwa hotuba yake ufupi na kuendelea na ratiba. Karibu sana.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Honorable Dr. William Ruto, CGH, Cabinet Secretary present, Chairman of National Youth Service Council, the Director General National Youth Service, Madam Adinda Sakwa, all invited guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to welcome you to the National Youth Service Paramilitary Academy, Gilgil. With your permission, sir, may I now invite the Director General, National Youth Service, Madam Adinda Sakwa, to make her remarks. Madam DG, please.
Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. William Ruto, PhD, CGH, President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action, Mheshimiwa Aisha Jumwa, the Chairman of the NYS Council, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, sir, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the National Youth Service. Before you are 11,692 graduates, comprising of 8,421 servicemen and 3,271 service women, including 28 persons living with disability. Your Excellency, sir, these graduates have been put through the mill and have satisfied the requirements to move to the next phase of the National Youth Program. With your permission, sir, may I now invite the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Aisha Juma, to give her remarks and continue with the rest of the program. Madam CS, please.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, with your permission, sir, before I make my remarks, allow me to invite the Governor for Nakuru to give her congratulatory message to the graduates. Karibu.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of Kenya, the Cabinet Secretary, the Director General, the College Commandant, our area MP, Mheshimiwa Martha Wangari, and the MPs here present, as well as the MCAs. Your Excellency, let me first appreciate and welcome you here to Nakuru County and appreciate your being able to have the time to come and preside over the pass-out parade of NYS Gilgil. Your Excellency, as a county, we are really delighted to be able to host this institution that has done or continues to do a very good job in helping build the nation by the kind of skills that it imparts on these graduates that I see here today, as well as those who have passed by here. We have seen the level of innovations. We have seen the technical skills that are being taught here. And as a county, Your Excellency, as Nakuru County, I aspire to partner with this institution to help train some of my staff, and especially those in enforcement. I believe this would be very good training ground. In addition, Your Excellency, as a county, we would very kindly request that as the recruitment for the next group comes around, that as a county we get a little affirmative action, get a few more spaces than would probably be the case for those from Nakuru County and those for Gilgil, so that we have a bit of local content. In addition to that, Your Excellency, we have often talked about bottom-up. And when we talk about bottom-up, we have a lot of farmers and suppliers in this county. And I would also very gently request that as the facility does its tendering and does all that process, that it considers our local mama bogas to be able to supply in this facility, Your Excellency. And as I conclude, Your Excellency, we are also aware that the NYS has a lot of equipment for infrastructure development, and we shall be partnering together so that we are able together to continue building our county and building our country. As I conclude, Your Excellency, let me just take a minute to recognize the fellow leaders from the county who are here. If we can have Mheshimiwa Martha Wangari, who is the area member of parliament, Asante. We have Mheshimiwa David Gekaria, who is the member of parliament from Nakuru Town East. We have Mheshimiwa Gashofe, who is the member of parliament from Subukia. We have Mheshimiwa Haika, who is our mama county from Taita Taveta, Karibuni. We also have Mheshimiwa Nyakundi, Kitutu Chache constituency. Mheshimiwa Shege from Kandara constituency, actually one of our newest members of parliament. And John Paul Mweregi, he was, I think, in the last parliament, the youngest member of parliament. I'm not sure if that has been taken away from him. I hear he still is. That's it? Okay. And then we have our member of the county assembly from this area, Mheshimiwa Rose, if you can stand and wave. And in addition to that, we have the other members of the county assembly from Gilgil constituency. Mheshimiwa from Francis Male from Malewa, Mheshimiwa PN from Murindat Ward, and Mheshimiwa Gadanwa from Eburu Baruk. Asante sana, thank you, Excellency, and we continue to welcome you to Nakuru County. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Again, Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, senior government officials present, the National Youth Service leadership, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, this morning we are deeply honored and privileged to welcome you to the National Youth Service to preside over the passing out ceremony. Your presence with us here is a true demonstration of your vision and commitment to the young people of this nation. Your Excellency, allow me to thank you for entrusting me with the stewardship of National Youth Service, which has a long outstanding history of growing a critical mass of patriotic youth who exposes the values of discipline, patriotism, industry, and diligence. Your Excellency, since its inception, National Youth Service training has remained a strategic program for empowering the youth to gain skills for meaningful employment and nation building. Indeed, the National Youth Service has aligned its programs to contribute to the realization of the Kenya Kwanza bottom-up economic transformation agenda in the key 5 sectors, which include agricultural transformation, micro, small and medium enterprise, housing and settlement, healthcare, digital superhighway, and creative industry. Your Excellency, in conclusion, allow me to congratulate all the young people graduating today for successful completing the paramilitary training pillar, Heko Nyote. Further, I wish to thank the parents, guardians, the National Youth Council, and management for the success of this training. Your Excellency, it is now my humble duty to invite you to address this congregation and the nation. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Asante sana waziri. Tafadhali mnaweza keti chini. Our Minister for Public Service, the Governor of Nakuru County, Director General of the National Youth Service, the Commandant of this college, members of Parliament who are present here, graduates and parents, good afternoon. Hamjambo. To the graduates, I take this opportunity to celebrate you assembled here at this pass out parade, the National Youth Service community, as well as friends and family gathered at the National Youth Service Paramilitary Academy here in Gilgil. In celebrating this fine achievement, I want to congratulate you for the commitment with which you have pursued your courses, as a result of which you are now young, disciplined citizens with valuable skills, work ethic, patriotism, and a keen awareness of the needs of millions of Kenyans. These priceless qualities have brought you far from where you began half a year ago. And with dignity, honor, and integrity, they will take you very far in achieving and living the life and service you desire in the future. I further take this opportunity to also welcome you to the high calling of national building. We have a nation to feed, sick people to treat, homes to build, industries to grow, and other enterprises to run, a digital economy to grow, while rehabilitating and protecting our environment. This country looks to you, young people, and as custodians of its future, to embark on nation building with dedication and vigor, using the knowledge and skills you have and which you will continue to acquire over a lifetime of learning and service. The Kenya National Vision 2030 identifies the National Youth Service as a strategic organization in our development. The government, in its plan for the rapid socio-economic transformation of our country, also considers the institution as an anchor for youth participation in driving our sustainable development. I therefore bring to your attention the high expectation the nation has of the level, the scope, and the impact of your participation in transformative endeavors, and I am confident that you are well aware of this fact. Your field units, where you learned by doing, maize, potato, rice, cabbage, beef, chicken, and dairy production, provided excellent orientation to our national food security and agro-industrial agenda. I am encouraged to know that the National Youth Service now intends to place 720 acres of land under irrigation to support maize, potato, and soybean seed production and multiplication. This is in addition to impacting training in such vital fields as aeroponics, climate-smart agriculture, and research. It is important that this new venture succeeds, is cost-effective, and does not exert inordinate budgetary pressure. I also recognize that the service is going to play a significant role in the National Tree Planting Campaign by growing 1 billion trees on 40,000 acres across the country over the next 5 years. Further, I am delighted to observe that the National Youth Service has committed to hold the hand of many graduates in starting income-generating activities and accessing affordable financing by establishing circles dedicated to MSME incubation and growth. In addition, I appreciate the National Youth Service for its planned enhancement of government delivery personnel in digitization, automation, and migration of government services online. I am happy to report that our endeavor to transit all government services to a digital platform is on course. We started 2 months ago with 300 government services online. Today, we have 2,800 government services online, and we are on course to ensuring that in the next 6 months, all government services will be available online on a digital platform, and we will leverage on automation and on technology to provide efficient, effective government services to all citizens from wherever they will be, without having to queue or having to wait in any office, because services, government services, will be available online. And I want to thank the National Youth Service for being part of this transformative agenda of digitizing government services. In addition, I appreciate the National Youth Service for what they are doing in their service plan to escalate its participation by expanding enrollment to ICT and STEM in its technical and vocational education and training programs is a highly welcome indication of commitment to establish the youth as indispensable engines of transformation. The government has initiated a robust agenda to ensure that art, culture, and sport blossom throughout the country in the next 5 years, and that afterwards Kenya will be a consistent high achiever in these sectors regionally, continentally, and globally. The NYS proposal to enhance its participation in these sectors by identifying, developing, and promoting appropriate talent is highly welcome. And I want to commit that the Youth Ministry will partner with the National Youth Service to ensure that talents, knowledge, expertise that are identified within the National Youth Service receive the necessary support so that we can nurture those talents and use them to monetize for purposes of transforming our country. The National Youth Service proposal in this sector, as I have said, will be supported in a manner in which that there will be an agreement between NYS and the Ministry of Youth. The government is taking full advantage of the tremendous potential by expanding Kenya's textile production by increasing the land area under cotton production, by upgrading the services garment and textile production to EPZ standards. The National Youth Service will complement this strategic pillar by infusing youthful energy and creativity in production of our garment and textile sector. Similarly, the services plan to produce affordable housing material and expand enrollment into civil works and building trade courses in the Tibet program is a perfectly timed intervention. All these commitments and strategies have materialized from concepts, ideas, and plans because of the promise that you have demonstrated and your manifest capability in applying your knowledge, skills, and training to advance your own aspirations and our collective national development goals. We have seen that you can do, we have seen what you can do, and this affirms our intention to premise our plan for rapid national socio-economic transformation on the participation of the youth in greater numbers and significant roles. This is to say that the creation of meaningful opportunities for millions of young people is not a byproduct of the bottom-up agenda for national economic transformation. It is a necessary condition for economic takeoff and shared prosperity. Our definition and understanding of development must have the active contribution of an overwhelming majority of youth as its foundational principle, and the inspiring profile of this cohort attests to this. For this reason, we want to enhance the annual intake. The annual intake from 10,000 every intake to 20,000 every intake. In other words, we want to double the intake of young people joining the National Youth Service from every location in the Republic of Kenya as a mechanism of creating sufficient patriotism and giving opportunity to young people in rural areas who otherwise may not have the means or may not have the opportunity to be able to explore their talent and be able to get the necessary training and skills for them to make useful contribution to the development of our country, while at the same time broadening the pipeline of qualified young people into public and private sector, as well as self-employment, to enrich education, training, and skill development while utilizing the construction plant, machinery, and equipment. The service should be facilitated by the Ministry of Water and Sanitation to engage in construction of at least 100 dams and water ponds annually. This will support the government agenda and enhance NY's financial self-reliance. I have this morning instructed that all equipment purchased by the government in the service of NYS should be refurbished, should be re-engineered, and should be made serviceable. And the necessary budgetary allocation should be identified so that the government of Kenya can finance to ensure that the National Youth Service takes advantage of the energy, the talent, and the expertise of the young people in the service to be able to contribute meaningfully to nation building. This spirit of productive learning should extend to the cultivation of 80,000 acres of land under commercial food production. I have already had a conversation with the management of the National Youth Service. We have already agreed that the government of Kenya is going to provide agricultural machinery to support NY's agricultural sector for food production, to enhance self-reliance by NYS, and to support national food production as we seek for food self-reliance as a country. In recognition of the admirable role of the National Youth Service in anchoring youth contribution to national socio-economic transformation, and to give comfort to the many young people enrolled and those considering enrollment, I am enhancing the path to the discipline services by directing the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Energy, Climate Change and Forestry, Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife and Heritage, as well as the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to allocate at least 30% of their vacancies to National Youth Servicemen and women. This should encourage and motivate many young Kenyans on their path to national service and national productivity. I want to say that as we work together in this endeavor, we will ensure that a majority of the young people who otherwise would not get an opportunity to grow their talent, to explore their expertise, and to acquire knowledge will do so because of the enhanced enrollments we are going to do at the National Youth Service. This morning, I have also instructed that the task force that is currently undertaking the terms and conditions of service of our policemen and the prisons service members. This morning I have instructed that an extension of 2 months be accorded, an extension of 2 months be made available for the task force so that that task force can also include the National Youth Service, terms of service and conditions of service to ensure that the service, the National Youth Service, joins the other discipline forces in ensuring that the men and women who serve with dedication and commitment and sacrifice are considered in terms of their employment and terms of service. I look forward to that report in the next 2.5 months so that we can make it possible for the men and women who do this great job get their due regard from the people and the government of the Republic of Kenya. Congratulations, graduates, for your achievement so far. Your contribution to transforming Kenya has already been felt. The nation awaits more with high expectation, which I am confident you will surpass. Nataka niwashukuru sana vijana hawa. Mimi nimewaangalia, nimeona vile mumeweka paredi hapa, muko chonjo, muko smart. Congratulations to all of you. Na vile nimesema ya kwamba management ya National Youth Service watatuambia ile facilities ambazo zinahitajika, na waziri utapanga na watu na management ya NYS ndio tujue, ili vijana 20,000 waje hapa kila enrollment, yaani vijana 40,000 kila mwaka waweze kuja katika masomo haya. Ni facilities gani tunahitaji additionally, so that we can make it possible, because of the great contribution the National Youth Service is making in transforming young people from across Kenya into responsible, patriotic citizens of the Republic of Kenya. I have also made the commitment this morning that because we value and we are aware of the immense contribution that the National Youth Service is making, and the men and women who are the backbone, the people who run the National Youth Service, that they too will be part of the people we will be considering, and the task force on the police and prisons will now include the NYS, so that they too can benefit from the exercise we are carrying out. Mimi nataka niwaambie vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya, tutatembea pamoja na nyinyi. Kazi mnayofanya, nimesema ya kwamba tutaongeza mara 2 wale recruits watakuja hapa kuanzia mwaka ujao, once we have assessed the kind of facilities that we require to make that possible, so that we can give opportunity to millions of young people across the breadth and width of our republic, ensuring that we create this team of patriotic citizens of the Republic of Kenya. Now, ambia tena pongezi, congratulations. Mukirudi nyumbani msalimie familia zenu, na mjue ya Kenya ya kwamba serikali ya Kenya inasimama na nyinyi katika awamu ambayo inafuata, wakati mnaenda katika national service, katika nation building, na baadaye mtaenda katika mafunzo katika TVETs zetu na sehemu zingine. Tutatembea pamoja na nyinyi wakati tuna recruit wenzenu ambao watafuata nyinyi, mkiwa mnafuata wengine ambao wamewatangulia. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki, Mungu awajalie, na mtusaidie jameni tuweze kupanda miti. Nimefurahi sana kwamba NYS is the single organization that has taken the responsibility to plant 1 billion trees out of the 15 billion we intend to plant as a country. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Thank you.
Baada ya shangwe tatu kwa Mheshimiwa Rais, ni wakati wake mkuu wa gwaride hili kumwomba Mheshimiwa Rais idhini ili apate kuiondoa gwaride lake uwanjani. maridadi kabisa. Kikundi cha kwanza kipita mbele ya mgeni wa heshima ambaye ni Mheshimiwa Rais. Vikundi vyote vitakuwa 24. Kikundi cha pili, kikundi cha tatu, kikundi cha nne, maridadi kabisa, kikundi cha tano, kikundi cha sita, kikundi cha saba, Maridadi kabisa, tunafungiwa na kikundi cha 24. Maridadi kabisa, tukiwa na Mess Escort, Parade RSM na Parade Adjutant. Basi banda wakiondoka uwanjani, wanaoingia hivi sasa si wengine ni silent drill. Julikana kama mchezo wa kwatu. Katikati mwa uwanja, kamanda wa silent drills Inspector Mark Ochola. Hiyo ni heshima kwa Mheshimiwa Rais kumwomba idhini ili wapate kuanza mchezo huu. Maridadi kabisa, wakiwa vikundi vitatu. Wakiingia uwanjani kisha wakutane wawe kikundi kimoja, waje mbele ya Mheshimiwa Rais kumwomba idhini ya kuanza rasmi mchezo huu. Kumbuka, vijana hawa ni vitendo wanatenda pasipo na amri kutoka kwa yeyote. Akisha mchezo huu kama hukupita hesabu, pole sana. Naomba ukiwa na kalkuleta yako ama kikokotozi, anza kupiga hesabu. Tutaonesha maonesho tofauti 11,000 kwa muda wa dakika 7. Hiyo ni heshima ya kwanza mchezo huu kwa Mheshimiwa Rais. Basi naomba tutulie tuli, tuwape macho vijana hawa. mchezo unaojulikana kama criss crossing. Basi wakiganyika katika sehemu tatu, tutege masikio atusikie ni yapi vijana hao wanayo, ama ujumbe gani wanao. National Youth Service, home of Kenyan youths. Basi wakiwa katika sehemu tatu, wataungana wawe kikundi kimoja kuwachukua wakuu wao, akisha kuja mbele ya mgeni wa heshima ambaye ni Mheshimiwa Rais kumwomba idhini ili wapate kuondoka uwanjani. Wakiwa chini yake Inspector Marco Chola akisaidiwa na Private Sheila Korir na Private Nicholas Achola. Maridadi kabisa wakija mbele ya Mheshimiwa Rais. Atusikie pia wana ujumbe upi. Asante sana wakitueleza ya kuwa pamoja tuijenge taifa. God bless Kenya. Thank you, Your Excellency, sir. Basi wakiondoka uwanjani, wanaoingia hivi sasa ni mchezo wa taekwondo. Taekwondo wakiwa chini ya mkufunzi wao mkuu Bwana Tilen. Heshima ya kwanza mchezo huu. Haya, kazi sasa ndio hiyo. Kazi ndio hiyo. Wako tayari, Mheshimiwa Rais? Mheshimiwa Rais, vijana wako tayari kabisa kuilinda nchi yao. Tuone ni vipi. Mheshimiwa Rais, naelezwa vijana hawa wetu hawali sana, lakini moja ukimpa ndo moja ile ya 20 kg sima ataimaliza. Asante sana. Na wako tayari kabisa kuilinda nchi yao. Hiyo ni kazi nzuri yake Mama Aisha Jumwa. Asante sana. Akisaidiwa na Gavana Madam Susan Kihika. Asante sana kwa kazi nzuri. Kumbuka mkurugenzi wetu mkuu pia hana wasiwasi. Walinzi anao wa kutosha. Pia Mheshimiwa Rais, tunaomba vijana hawa wako tayari kukulinda. Asante sana, tuongezee makofi tafadhali. Hawa ni wale walifu wakiwa kule mitaani. Ni kuonesha kuwa tuko tayari kupambana na wao kiukamilifu. Asante sana. Tunaelezwa ya kuwa kama una ujuzi, don't try this at home. Basi mchezo unaofuata unajulikana kama breakings. Kumbuka mchezo huu ukiwa mhalifu hata ukiwa ghorofa la 4, vijana hawa watakutoa. Na tuone ni vipi. Asante sana. Bado kuna mchezo mwingine wa kuruka juu na kuvunja vile viunzi. Pia mbele hapa kuna wanadada tupu. Ujumbe, God bless Kenya. Mheshimiwa Rais, hao wote ni wanadada. Tuongeze makofi tafadhali. Asante sana. Basi taekwondo wakiondoka uwanjani, ni nafasi ya kwaya kupata kututumbuiza. Hiyo ni heshima ya kuondoka uwanjani.
tukiwaleteni idara. Leo ni siku ya furaha kwa askari walio hapa, nyuso zao zinang'aa na meno wamekenua. Siku yao imefika, siku walioisubiria. NYS, happy birthday to you. Kwa Yesu wetu Aisha nyuma katu kutuacha. vijijini katutoa, kamwe hatutarudi. Kwa kweli wewe ni bomba, wajituma kwa vyovyote. Hakika wewe ni shangazi, shangazi wa taifa. Ni furaha iliyoje kumtizama rais wetu. Somalia bara kulikuwa back in 1980s. Kwa kweli wewe ni legend, vijana wote twakusifu. Rais wetu mtukufu, nyayo zako twazifuata. Heko kwako rais, kwa kauli za kupendeza.
Ama namna gani jameni?
Huwa unatueleza nchi kuhudumia ndilo lengo la kutuendeleza. Sisi askari wako, nchi tunaitumikia. Shukrani turudisha kwa idara ya NYS kwa kazi nzuri inayofanya vijana kuwakuza, na pia potofu kubadili miadarati kuacha. NYS Kenya tashukuru, huduma yenu yapendeza. Kwa vijana Kenya nzima ushauri tunawapea, shule upili kumaliza, NYS tuwakaribisha. Kama rais na naibu wake NYS walikuwa, NYS ndo nyumbani, nyumba ya mafanikio.
Na waomba mutulie, baba wa taifa anene, mtasikia akisema,
my friend,
mujue shwari,
twakupenda, twakulavu, NYS kwa ujumla. Shabash.
Shamrock 001. Ila no, unalefanya halileti do. Unajaribu kusakanya ila no, jiunge na sisi utafaidi. Hata kama ni yatima, kuna mengi kujifunza. Tunashukuru tunapotena ujuzi mbalimbali. Elimu na tabia njema zinapatikana humu ndani. Busara, mnatuongoza vyema, hatuna mashaka wala.
Asante kwa NYS, yes, pamoja na raisi.
Sasa imekuwa easy kujiunga NYS, jiunge na sisi utafaidi. Hata kama ni yatima, kuna mengi kujifunza. Tunashukuru tunapotena ujuzi mbalimbali. Elimu na tabia njema zinapatikana humu ndani.
Tunashukuru sana NYS. Tunashukuru sana NYS. Tukiingia kwa ujenzi wa taifa, kazi nyingi bado tuni NYS. Tukiingia kwenye sekta ya kilimo, kazi nyingi bado tuni NYS. Ulinzi kwenye mashirika mbalimbali, kazi nyingi bado tuni NYS. Kusaidia ujenzi wa barabara, kazi nyingi bado tuni NYS. Wave Love, hand protection. It's touch my Drake. Wave Love, hand protection. It's touch my Drake on the beat. Nitaijenga, nitajaribu, na mwita Mumba aliye juu. Yeye hutosha, bendera yetu tutaiweka juu. Kwetu msingi huo, umoja kwetu ni nguvu tunayo. Amani na heshima, upendo kwa umoja. Kwenye mtisto kodi twaziweka. Rudani kwetu duniani twaangaza. Tutoa chini, tuwaeka juu. Hakika tunaweza. Harambee kwetu presenting the land of lion. Pride of Kenya, the pearl of Kenya. Strong is Kenya, I love my nation. Yeah, I'm strong, yes I can now. Oh, sweet land is land of Kenya. Taifa na uhuru, upendo na undugu. Uzuri na makuu, jambo Kenya. Mori na mapambo, stadi za kirembo. Nyayo kwetu twazifuata. Amani, umoja na nguvu. Tuko mbele, tuko mbele. Heshima utumwa ni kwetu ngao. So let me raise the flag. 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 Kenya yetu. Kenya tumeletwa na kadabu. Nyuma turudi tumo safarini. Angaza kwetu kwa bidii na si ndio nuru. Taji tulivishwa na liye na mwito. Rais aliitwa akaitika. Mema kutenda yasiyokuisha. Na kutenda ndio mengi ni ufunuo. Kazi kuichapa ni mwingo huo. Kilimo uchumi twasonga mbele. Busara viongozi kutupigania. Hakika mashuhuri tunajivunia. Baada ya uhuru kwetu maendeleo. Tuko Mola atujaze hekima na busara. Hekima na busara. Mana amani yaleta mazao kwetu azalisha presenting the land of lion. Pride of Kenya, the pearl of Kenya. Strong is Kenya, I love my nation. Yeah, I'm strong now, yes kusaikana. So let me raise the flag up. Kenya yetu. So let me raise the flag up. Kenya yetu. So let me raise the flag up. Kenya yetu. So let me raise the flag up. Kenya yetu. Mungu, nguvu yetu. Ulete baraka kwetu. Haki iwe ngao na ulinzi. Mungu, nguvu yetu. Ulete baraka kwetu. Haki iwe ngao na ulinzi. Tena tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru. Raha tupate na ustawi kwa nchi yetu ya Kenya. Onana, onana, yeah, onana. So let me raise the flag up. Kenya yetu. So let me raise the flag up. Kenya yetu. So let me raise the flag up. So let me raise the flag up. Kenya yetu. Onana, onana, yeah, onana.
Idara yetu tunashukuru. Idara yetu tunashukuru. Raisi ongoza Kenya. Raisi ongoza Kenya. Siesi wetu waisha jumwa. Siesi wetu waisha jumwa. Raisi ongoza Kenya. Raisi ongoza Kenya. Raisi wetu William Ruto. Tunatoa heshima zetu kwa serikali na raisi wetu. Raisi wetu William Ruto. Tunatoa heshima zetu kwa serikali na raisi wetu. Raisi ongoza Kenya. Mungu wetu akubariki, uzidi kuongoza Kenya. Raisi
William, Arab, Samoei, Sugonyo, Kosir, Lagoki, Kazi, Ingenwes, Kosirej, KDF, Kosirej, DSU, Kosirej, Police, Kosirej, Prison, Kosirej, KWS, Kosirej, Forest, Sigerip, Agerip, Muranik, Korenyo, Kenya, Komugul, Igas Kele Gigas, Igas Kele Gigas, Tundanya Tarola Tare, Anjin Alanjin, Ingola King.
Bye.
Mheshimiwa Rais, kipindi kinachofuata tutakuwa na sehemu 4 za picha. Tutakuwa na sehemu 4 za picha. Ya kwanza itakuwa NYS Council. Picha ya kwanza itakuwa na ya NYS Council. Basi kabla mgeni wetu wa heshima ungane nasi, naomba NYS Council wapate kuingia. Basi mgeni wetu wa heshima, Mheshimiwa Rais, karibu kwa picha tafadhali.
Naam, mtazamaji, picha za moja kwa moja kutoka katika chuo cha mafunzo ya maafisa wa NYS hapa katika eneo la Gilgil.